Namaste. I see the divine in you as you see the divine in me. Namaste. And I always say to everyone who comes to the Divine Pineal Gland activations, isn't this the most beautiful way to greet a group? Because here we're learning to become one in the divine love consciousness, one as working together in purpose, one as learning to work together in divine unity, and one learning together to become one and what is one, and how to work together to work towards divine love consciousness upon our planet. Ka'airon and Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great are here to take us up in our higher love vibration and our higher gifts and our higher love power to build a world that's filled with love and peace. And it's very beautiful how they teach at the Divine Pineal Gland activations to heal our lives first, so that our lives can become healed, and then we can truly learn to have a world filled with love consciousness when we learn to heal first, and then we can teach many others to do that also. So I'm going to read out the new forgiveness statement that was given at the magnetic alignment attunements and the last Divine Pineal Gland activations of Ka'airon. Ka'airon, I bring you now into my spaces of love and healing. I ask for your presence and for your love to be with me at this time. I forgive all that has caused my pain to happen. I release it now. I allow the angels to take it away for me. I bring in the love and the peace, and I desire to understand more joy and self-love. I surround myself with the highest loving divine beings who are here to take care of me. I let go of all fear within me. I release it. I trust that all things are perfect as they are. I am ready to love myself and all of life more. Thank you, Ka'airon. Thank you, great divine love. Namaste. Greetings, dear brothers and sisters, dear sons and daughters in the light. I am Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, and I always say, blessed are the ones hearing these words being spoken. For the ones who hear these words being spoken hunger no more spiritually, thirst no more spiritually, for they are fed with divine love and divine truth, and that fattens the heart. The ones who do not understand and who cannot bear to listen to divine words, they are skinny with understanding. They do not understand divine love ways, and they do not desire the love ways from divine. It is now the time to understand divine love, and divine love is a force that grows within those who desire it so much. At this time, I, Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, am calling all who desire to be fattened with divine truth and divine love within them. And I say, come to the love mountain of the great divine. Come to the great healings with a great aligner, Ka'airon. as he brings you into divine will alignment so that you can learn the higher ways of becoming a peaceful being. A peaceful being, learning how to forgive, learning how to release all the pain that has been learned throughout all your human experiences and also in your previous star experiences. Happy is the one who desires the higher ways of love, learning how to be forgiving and learning how to walk a life consciously with love and light, understanding the higher path of divine truth. Walking the higher path of divine truth is not the easiest path, as it is a difficult path to walk upon, as one must learn to first desire it, and then one will truly learn to grasp the understanding of becoming a forgiving person, knowing how to bring healing into oneself and align themselves with divine will. Divine will is always in the greatest love, and when one works with divine will, that one will truly have a blessed life, as all is now going towards the greater divine will. Jesus, my channel 2,000 years ago, always taught the people to forgive within their hearts. So many people constantly mourned the pain that their leaders brought upon them. Jesus, how can you help us grasp the higher knowledge of forgiveness when our pain is so great? Look what they have done to our people. Look at the burdens that are placed upon us. They shouted. Look at the fear they bring into us. When we speak about you and what your divine Father speaks about, we need to go in secret hiding. Otherwise, we are punished and our families are punished for what we are discussing with each other. Jesus always taught them, learn to become more forgiving. Learn to not see what they can do to you, but learn to understand what the Father desires you to do. The great Father desires you to become more into the love and the peace. And then you will be guided to higher ways of love. They cannot do anything to you when you are in the love, for the great Father will always protect his followers. Learn not to fear what the leaders do, but learn to understand that divine will is to follow the great divine. What does the Father desire me to do? What does the Father desire me to say? How will the great divine Father bless my works? Focus on the greater work, not on what the leaders do. And then you will have divine understanding and divine guidance. And the people back then were very afraid because so many were tortured if they did not stand in their guidance from the leaders. And the greater the teachings came from Jesus, who was bringing through the messages from my being sovereign Lord, Emmanuel the Great, the more the leaders in those synagogues and also from the leaders of the powerful foundations of politics stood stronger in their power. We must stop the people from following Jesus, they said, so they combined together religion and the emperor power. How can we stop the people from following the teachings? And they brought more fear into them, and more terror came to the people, and more people began to draw away from Jesus, and others began to hide more. Secret meetings were being held, and Jesus constantly stated, "Forgive them, for they cannot do anything to you on the greater level." What did the people learn in those days? His followers learned to be courageous in all things, and to learn to stay in the love, and to be silent when they needed to be silent, and to speak when they needed to speak, and always to seek higher guidance. Why am I bringing this knowledge to you? To help you appreciate how beautiful these times are. For now it is not only a small number that are hearing these teachings being spoken through my beautiful designated channel, Suzanna, Maria, Emmanuel, but now these teachings can go out to the thousands and then the millions, because it is the time to rise. Relatively few were only around Jesus in those days, and Jesus constantly said, "Go and teach the people that the great Father is here, who is guiding the people to love and truth, because the time will come when there will be peace and love upon the earth." And this is why Jesus always stated, learn to forgive yourselves. Learn to forgive your brother and your sister. Learn to forgive all that is done. For how can the great divine Father bless you with a great love and a great healings when you are angry within, when you cannot heal within? Go and learn forgiveness first, and then the great blessings will come. So many people heard the great prayer, "Let thy kingdom come, let thy will be done." Yes, on the earth, as it is also done in the great heavens. So many people have prayed for the great time of love to come. So many people have prayed for truth to be heard. So many people through all the ages desired to have the time of love and peace on the earth. And I always stated as sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, I will return to bring the people into the love and the peace. Now I have returned through my designated channel, Suzanna Maria Emmanuel, and so many people are deaf. Go away, Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great. We don't want your peace. We don't want your love. We don't want you to fulfill your great promises. We know we have prayed for thousands of years, more than 2,000 years, for your will to be done on the earth. Yet you do not, do you? Otherwise you would say to my divine being, Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, we want divine will to be done on the earth. We have prayed for peace and love to come to the earth. We have prayed for your divine healing to come to the earth. We accept it within our hearts. Where are the people? Where are the ones who want love and peace upon your earth? Why are the people not coming? If you did not want love and peace, why did you keep praying for it? Why are you praying now, Lord, help us? And yet, when I am here with my designated channel, Suzanna Maria Emmanuel, and offer the greatest healings for the people that are happening upon your earth at this time, why are the people not wanting it? Why are the people not wanting to understand that this is so? Because all prophecies must be fulfilled, do they not? I always said to the people in the times of Jesus, when I do return, you will not want me. Oh Lord, why do you say that? And the following words were stated through my channel Jesus. Because the truth is always difficult to find. The road to divine truth is narrow, and it is only the ones who are ready to find their heart. It is those ones who desire to find it. It is those ones who will accept it within their hearts. They are the humble ones. And the humble ones are the ones who have been waiting for my return. In those days, Many will say, Jesus, when will you return? And many will claim to be Jesus. Many will speak about Jesus. And yet I, as the great Lord, will say, but I do not know you, for you do not know Jesus. You do not know my great being, sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great. You will state how much you've done this in the name of Jesus, and how much you've done that in the name of Jesus. And yet I will say, I don't know you, because you do not recognize truth when you hear it. So many people did not recognize Jesus as my channel in the days of his life. They called him a crazy man. They threw stones at him. They spat at him. They crucified him. Many of his own followers cheered the crucifixion. Many turned because of their great fear. Very few stood there and wept. Those are the ones that will be the greatest blessed ones in the greatest realms, the ones who stood firm during those times. How many will claim that place at this time? How many will say, Lord Emmanuel the Great, I was faithful to Jesus in those days, and yet I will say, only few were faithful. Look at how many people are rejecting my designated channel, Suzanna Maria Emmanuel, at this time. Lord, it cannot be. You are rejecting divine. When those reject my channel, Suzanna Maria Emmanuel, they are the same as in the times of Jesus. For many rejected Jesus, and those same people are here today claiming to be doing the works in the name of Jesus. And as the great sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great say, yet all can come into the love and the light. No one is judged for what they did back then or what they're doing now. Learn to forgive yourselves. Learn to understand divine love and divine truth. Come into the love, little ones. Come into the light, little ones. Come into the great mountain and learn how to heal with great divine truth and forgive yourselves. For it is now the time to gather yourselves. It is now the time to celebrate the greatness and the great love. For these are the times when you are being called to learn to heal and rejoice, so that you may have peace and love within your lives, so that you may have peace and love in your world. Learn to understand that all things are working now towards greater knowledge of standing strong within your heart, standing strong within your trust, standing strong within your healing love power, standing strong within your Love flows for yourself and each other. Learn to forgive all things upon your plane. Learn to forgive yourselves and turn around. Learn the ways of higher love and higher truth and come into the love and the light, so that the great blessings can be yours now and forevermore. Because now it is the time and the great gates are being opened to the great times. Will you be one who will climb into those greater gates? Will you desire to understand that the greater realms of love are being opened now, so that you can take a place there, because the great healings are taking place at this time with a great aligner Chiron? Do you understand how significant this is? Happy is the one who understands these words. Happy is the one who takes heed, for they can then rest within their heart, knowing that all things are forgiven and that they can truly rise as love together into their greater self. For it is the time when divine union must take place within those who come into the great healing mountain. It is time to understand the great love force within them growing, so that they can awaken many, bring healing to many, and live in the joy and the peace and the love. Come, come, beloved ones, and learn the ways of love, truth, and forgiveness. Greetings, I am Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great.